Hey, it's Rhianna. Welcome back to my channel and another Weigh-In Wednesday. Let's get started. All right, so first things first, we're gonna go ahead and just jump on the scale. Okay, it's weigh-in time. $241.4, 39.4. Okay, so my weigh-in is at 241.4, and if you remember last week my weigh-in was 241.2, so it seems like I basically just maintained for the week. And honestly, I was like a little bit nervous about this weigh-in, not because I had like done bad or anything, but I had weighed myself previously over the weekend and I was up a few pounds, and so I was kind of concerned that I might actually be up still when I weighed in today. Obviously, I am not really too concerned about maintaining, or even if there was like a slight fluctuation in the scale, because I know that the scale isn't everything. I can feel it in my body that I'm obviously shedding something somewhere, and I don't know if maybe the scale is maybe reflecting some water weight. I mean, obviously, like, I don't know all the ins and outs, but I always try to tell Jonathan weight loss isn't linear. It's gonna go up and down. That is one of the bad things about filming one of these every week. I do feel a little bit of like pressure to perform like on the scale for y'all every week, but documenting your journey is gonna show the fluctuations, and it can be impacted by many different things. I'm not trying to focus on it too much, so let's just talk about the other things that I want to talk about this week. So I am still tracking, and if you're interested in seeing my macros every day and all my food, and speaking of that, you can actually follow along on my accountability Instagram. It is Good Keto Bad Girl, and I post the food that I eat, as well as my macros and calorie information from my Carb Manager app, and my activity tracker from my Apple Watch. I also post now as well. Something that has changed from last week to this week is Jonathan and I have actually stopped drinking bulletproof coffee, and now we are eating breakfast instead. Because we are working out, we are getting very hungry, and in order to try to combat overeating, you know, when you get too hungry, sometimes you eat too much. So to combat that, we're having breakfast. We're now eating turkey sausage patty with a fried egg and a slice of cheese. Jonathan does two sausage patties. I just do the one, and then we have a regular coffee. I actually did just film a bulletproof coffee video that should be publishing probably this week, because I did have a request from Misty. She wanted to know, she's like new to keto, and she wanted to know how we did ours. So that video is still going to be coming out, but I did film it over the weekend whenever we chose not to eat breakfast one day. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about, I meant to bring this up last week, but I forgot. It's been all over Instagram, all over Facebook. I even heard about it on the news. I want to talk about Keto Crotch. So I actually talked about Keto Crotch, like my very first keto update. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I'll leave a link up in the eye. I don't know why it's gaining popularity and conversation right now. I think maybe because keto's starting, like not starting, but because keto's blowing up. So I think that's part of the reason. But there's a lot of like, OMG, Keto Crotch, you know, kind of feelings. And I just want to put it out there that Keto Crotch is absolutely real. There's lots of things that happen whenever you make changes to your diet. So whether it's keto or something else, your body goes through like kind of like a detox, and you may have issues with, you know, body odor or breath or whatever. A couple of the ones that are pretty common with keto is you get really bad breath, you get really bad BO, including from your crotchal region. You can get a keto rash. You can go through keto flu. Those are all real things. I had keto flu. It was not too terribly bad. It was It lasted for me about 3 days, and it was mostly like a brain fog feeling in the later afternoon to the evening. And I just combated that by drinking lots of Powerade, you know, trying to stay hydrated, replacing my electrolytes. And then I also would feed myself a little snack, and I would take a nap because I was able to do that. I also got a keto rash. That came a little bit later on in my keto journey, probably about, because the keto flu was the first week. My keto rash was probably maybe week 2 or 3, and you can actually see in my videos I get really broken out right here. It looks like I have pimples on my chest. That was actually my keto rash. That's how I experienced it. And then I don't know if I had keto breath because I'm like a chronic gum chewer. So if I was at home, I don't chew gum, but like I wouldn't really notice it like by myself, and when I'm out in public I chew gum anyways. So I don't really know for 100% if I got it or not. And then for the keto crotch, I actually don't remember if I experienced it. It's possible that I did and it wasn't so bad, and so I don't really remember it. But I will say that my armpits were so stinky and so irritated from whatever I was secreting out of my glands during that like detox period, that I actually got a rash in my armpits from it. I don't think that it's any reason to be scared of keto. If it's something that you're interested in, you just, you know, take a shower, wear some deodorant, you know, wear clean underwear. Like, it's not a big deal and it's not permanent. It's just part of the process, and once you're in ketosis and you're doing well and you're staying away from those evil carbs, everything will clear up and go back to the way that it was before. Alright guys, well that was everything for this week's update. If you have any questions for me about keto or weight loss, I would be happy to answer them. Leave them down below, or like I said, you can come check me out on one of my 2 Instagram accounts. If you're new and you're not yet subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you get notified every time I make a new video. Don't forget to click that thumbs up button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!
Okay, yeah, this one is mine. I'll fight you for it.
Come back.
No, do it for me.